This is a message for my own children, my nephews, nieces, and son on the occasion of Milàd-un-Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but it does at the same time apply to the Ummah in general. Today was the 12th of Rabiul Awwal Sharif, and it's, as we all know, the birthday of our Prophet Nabi Pak Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I wish you all Mubaraks on this blessed occasion. I want to remind everyone that our faith as Muslims is not complete without loving our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam more than any other creation of God, including us, our own selves, our wealth, family, creed, or anything else. It is what fairness and correctness on our part demands from us. For all perfection, goodness, and beauty has been embodied in the person of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to its most complete. Every Muslim appears to profess love for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but love is not determined by words. Rather, it's the actions that declare where one's love manifests. I want you all to examine if and how your lifestyles and choices testify to your love for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Love is like a perfume; it declares its presence if it is applied to a heart. Professing love to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam warrants that one has a sincere conviction to the Sharia that they left for us, and adherence to their Sunnah, love for Quran Majid and Salah, and service to all humanity and nature with a constant humility in the heart before the ever-present, ever-watching God. If one finds their heart to not be conforming to these standards, then it is void of love for Allah or His Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The initial dwelling of humankind was paradise. God wouldn't have descended us down to earth if the pursuit of luxuries, comforts, and spouses and desires was our primary purpose. We've been made to endure this earthly existence of hardship, scarcity, to refine ourselves through struggle and striving, attaining ascension in character. If comfort and enjoyment becomes one's focus, why not invest our time and energy in attaining it millionfold for perpetuity in paradise, where we all hope to eventually end up? Let's not jeopardize our eternity for meager few earthly years. Our aim should be to find our way back to where we originate from as humans, the paradise. God sent Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam as mercy to the worlds. It is only correct that we reciprocate the blessing with love and gratitude. Just like someone who may be drenched in mud cannot claim to be clean, likewise, someone immersed in the world and its superficialities cannot honestly claim that God and His Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam are the focus of their love. You'd receive as much mercy as you reciprocate with love. As humans, we are reliant upon the mercy of God. Even if we were to leave aside the calamities that our earthly life is prone to, just the one day of Qiyamah is equivalent to 50,000 years of our earthly life. God's mercy is great, but then so is the wrath of God beyond anything that we can envisage. We would be faced with the scorching heat in the Maidan-e-Mahshar in a state of utter devastation. It's RasoolAllah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that would be sheltering us on that day and in those conditions, and quench our thirst with the blessed water of Kauthar. If we want to be close to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam on the day of judgment, seeking refuge with him, we need to be close to them in this mortal life too, and that closeness needs to be self-evident. If it's a total misappropriation of the heart to commit it anywhere in conflict to the love of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Our Nabi Pak Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had the words Rabbi Habli Ummati upon their lips when they were born, praying for the Ummah. They stood long hours in the nights praying for us. On the day of judgment, as we approach the bridge of Sirat in states of utter dread, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam would be in sajda day, praying for the Ummah's safety. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ has been sent as a mercy for all worlds by God. We must examine how we are reciprocating that mercy. If we snub at the mercy of God, then we must fear the implications of His wrath. If there is love, there is no disobedience. One remains in humility before the ever-present, ever-watching God, and remains steadfast on the truth. They establish and maintain Salah. They recite Quran Majid with frequency. They send Durood Sharif and Salam upon Nabi Pak Muhammad ﷺ in abundance and with regularity. They do not neglect relations bound by blood. They stand opposed to all that deviates from the truth. They exercise Hiya in their media consumption, attire, speech, manner, and actions. They extend the hand of mercy to the destitute. They are generous in what God gives them, and they're honest and reliable. Love is not an act or a gesture that one puts on and then puts aside till when they can conveniently employ it again. Love is a state of being. It is what one becomes when they surrender their self to the beloved. The id, the ego, the vanity, the whim, all cease to be before the beloved. The beloved is all that is and all that matters. An extension on the aforementioned criterion of love, I implore you to introspect on if you, speaking to my nephews, nieces, and son here, are paying adequate attention to your grandparents, extending to them in affection and servitude. You need to be offering them frequent and substantial time. You need to do it more for yourselves than for your grandparents, as it's an essential requirement of decency on your part. Society tends to reprimand when elders neglect children, but they don't flinch when elders are neglected by any of the children. We as Muslims must understand our standards and values in this regard and never fall short, irrespective of whatever the social norms may be. Please don't be people of just here and now. Become in synergy with the truth that forever was and forever will be. Don't invest your time and energy in that which is perishable. Being religious isn't deemed cool in this time and age, but our love for RasoolAllah should be pure and deep enough to grant us the courage to be disliked, and we must do it with vigor and pride. I got you all the English version of Hamara Islam some years back, but found that it was very poorly translated. There is a YouTube channel called Seeker's Guidance that I urge you to access and utilize their playlists for your Islamic education. In addition, there is a channel called The Middle Nation, which you should watch for an insightful reflection on current affairs. I do strongly feel that some of you can no longer postpone attending basic fiqh courses which are offered pretty locally for us from time to time. There is also the Kaf Academy that offers the Quranic Arabic courses pretty locally that I've mentioned some of you before. I think you should take advantage of them as well. Furthermore, it's imperative that you study the seerah of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Love is not for the lazy, the whimsical, and the neglectful. It does not come without toil. You have to cultivate it in your hearts to reap the harvest. Your love is wherever your focus is. Please examine your focus. Tawfiq is from God, and I pray that my children are blessed with the tenderness of hearts and steadfastness of faith. May you forever be the joy of my heart and the comfort of my eyes. Milad Sharif Mubarak to you all, my darling children, and to the Ummah in general. Assalamu alaikum. وما أرسلناك إلا رحمة للعالمين. اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد طب القلوب ودوائها وعافية الأبدان وشفائها ونور الأبصار وضيائها وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم.